Over the last 2 years, St Carlo has been involved in a maths project with St Vincent's and St Francis, neighbouring schools, to try and develop an ongoing open communication with staff from all three schools to help professionally develop each other within the school rather than outsourcing. Yeah, originally it was planned that we'd share through PLTs and trying to physically get us together, and maths school closure days and visiting each other's school and observing classrooms, with teachers driving to each school. We planned one school closure day and we planned a few PLTs that were eventually considered a little bit too tricky with timing and getting all 50 staff members from St Carlo's over to another school. So we'd planned a lot more that would happen, but when it came down to it, it was really tricky to get it happening. We sort of put our heads together and we're wondering how else we can share information and share teacher resources and teachers' ideas without physically getting to each other's schools. So originally that was just leaders delivering the information and emailing each other with all their information, but it was then brought up that a blog might be helpful. The blog was eventually decided on because it was kind of through we could finally see a purpose for it. Initially it sort of sounded like another project that we might be taking on, and we were really wondering how effective it would be and how useful it would be. I think the main reason for our working together with other schools was we saw that resources within schools and within from teachers are often the most powerful. We've got huge amounts of resource just within the knowledge of teachers at our schools. We wanted to find out what teachers could do and share that before we looked to outsource to get new ideas. So that's where the blog ideas were coming from, what teachers were doing in their classroom. Initially setting up the blog and figuring out how to embed videos and make links to articles took me a little while to get used to, but now it's a really quick process. I find I can do it in a couple of minutes. I've updated, I've shared a planner, or I've shared photos of what I've noticed in classrooms, or I've embedded a video. I think it's taken a little while for staff to get on board. There's a few that are tech savvy and have helped by uploading some of the work they've done, but it's been largely leader driven in all three schools. We've had to upload things and ask teachers, that looks great, can we put that on the blog? And after encouraging, eventually we end up doing it. So at the moment the blog looks fantastic, and as leaders we see a real benefit because I can find out what they're doing in other schools and talk about it with the teachers. The opportunities for sharing and collaborating from schools that, classrooms that are not within your school is huge. So I get to see what's happening in Year 6 in a different classroom that then we can bring here to this our classrooms in Year 6. I get to see what other teachers are thinking about, what they're reading, what they're listening to, and the kind of comments they've got on it. So that's something that they think is really good. So I've been exposed to a lot more ideas in maths than I would have before the blog was introduced, and we're only sharing it with 3 schools, so the possibilities could be huge if we were sharing it beyond. Yeah, I think from here it's been really nice to be in a safe, secure environment where only the staff from our schools can see it. But I'd love to hear what other teachers from around Victoria and even around the world are doing in their classrooms and what they think about what we're doing in our classrooms. I think we can learn so much from each other. So opening it up even further would be a huge advantage, I think.